there, and welcome to the Asphalt Legends Unite showcase. Tonight, we're taking a deeper look at everything you can expect once we launch. I'm talking cross-platform, new game modes, new engine, new track. So join us and the rest of the team as we take a deeper look into everything you can expect coming July 17th. So Mario, it's finally happening. Asphalt Legends Unite is about to hit, and it has a brand new look and feel. Tell us a little bit more about how you chose it.
Now we have the new garage. It's our really strong thing that we want to achieve in the game. So now we have more attention to the car with this kind of luxury urban thing.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's like a whole new huge space for you. What inspired you? What was the inspiration behind it?
So I was inspired in the luxury cars, in the luxury garage, in the millionaires people. We have this kind of garage at the bottom of the ground, and we want to go to the garage, and we have these luxury cars waiting for you to drive them in the tracks. So that's the thing that I want to achieve in the garage.
Yeah, because it's not just a place to store the car, but it's also a place to display the car, and we have new cameras and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we have new cameras, you have new shots, you have new interesting scene to match with the car, with this kind of new animated liveries, new paint colors, and also we have these new shots in the garage. So that's the thing that we want to bring to the players, new ways and new vision.
Yeah, because we already started also playing with the animated decals that you mentioned before. We've started bringing them into the game at a very slow level in Asphalt Legends, but we're really bringing them back this year, and we're looking forward to experiment with them as well.
So we have new LED panels behind the car. I think it's one of the best thing that we have in the new garage. So this LED panel is the brain of our new garage. So this LED panel change the color, change the palette, and change the brand behind the cars. We have these panels guide the players into different stages and different fields in the game.
Yeah, because it also transitions every time you change from menu to menu, and it gives it that whole new different look.
Also, all these LED panels have animated things on top, so you can directly see how these LED panels coming from. So multiplayer, or other things.
The first thing that players will actually experience is the whole new look and feel of the menus. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, we have a new menus, we have a new fresh UI. It's different from what we had in Asphalt Line. So we have now a new font also as well. It's a really bold and it's really dynamic.
And a new addition that's coming with Asphalt Legends Unite is a whole new and improved engine that's really bringing in dynamic lights into the game and all this new lighting effects. How has that impacted the garage?
Yeah, dynamic lights is something new in Asphalt Legends Unite. Enhance and boost the cars into the maximum level of quality. So we have now lights impacting into the cars directly. And it's something really cool to have in the tracks and in the garage. So in the garage we have new reflection coming from the LED panel directly into the car paint. And it's something really cool because we can see all these reflection effects to the car directly.
And you can also see the player choices in the paint, whether it's more matte or more shiny.
Exactly.
The metallic one really spots out for me.
The players now can select more accurate the paint into the car. So I think it's gonna be super cool to the players to bring these new features into Asphalt Legends Unite.
One of the big things for Alu has been the engine, right? Dynamic lights, real-time reflections, the shadows, etc. So that's had a big impact, not just on how the cars look, which is obviously really nice, but also on what you're able to do when it comes to creating new environments.
Yeah, I mean, totally. The whole thing sort of bounces back and forth between cars and environments. I mean, we have the whole new engine has now dynamic lighting, whereas before everything was much more static. So we can actually move lights now. We can change the brightness of lights. And obviously, the first thing we wanted to do with moving lights is attach them to the cars. Cars have headlights. So now we have the cars with headlights, which looks awesome.
So the new track, when people start to play, what's the first thing that you think people will notice an improvement or something like, oh, this I hadn't seen before?
I think the new thing is moving lights and changing lighting. The new track is a nighttime track, which we've chosen specifically so that we can show off the lighting. It has fireworks, it has a lot of colored lights and things like that that change over time. There's a lot of things moving in the level as well. And I think there's the other part of the engine is that we have better reflections and things like that as well. So those real-time lights affect the reflections. So you'll see reflective things in the road, the cars, everything is just been taken up a notch. It's impressive to see.
Because obviously with a new engine come new challenges, right? You had to kind of adapt to a new tool. And what would you say was the biggest challenge with the new track?
Knowing what we can do, how far we can push it. And this is something that'll, for us, will come more and more over time because, you know, you have a new tool, you get used to it and it improves. Like the next track will be better, the next track will be better. That's our sort of modus operandi. We always try to improve every time we make a track. We try and make it better than the previous track.
Right, because I remember when we were with the old engine, I remember with Tuscany and with Greenland, like having conversations with you regarding, we were getting to the point where we were being limited by how far we could push our engine.
Yeah, by that point, you know, we had pushed the engine as far as it could go, and we had broken things and we had to roll them back. We broke a few things. This big change has really given us another huge set of tools to play with and experiment with, and then see how far we can push and just keep moving up, pushing and pushing, yeah.
So there's a whole process every time we decide to create a new track. It's not just like someone comes up with an idea and you just start working on it. So how did it come to be and why Singapore? Because there are so many locations all around the world that we could have chosen.
Where we've placed the track, we're not in the city, we're on the edge, but you can see the city in the background. And we have a theme park in the track. We have a giant aquarium in the track, which with the new lighting system, it looks just amazing. We have Ferris wheels, we have roller coasters, we have firework displays, we have lasers. Like, we've gone to town on this track to make it take advantage of the new engine. Like, and all of this stuff is moving, and the lighting on the track, the lighting as the cars pass through it, it's just that chef's kiss thing. It's great. We kind of looked at what we thought the engine was going to do, because when we started this track and came up with the idea, we knew the engine was coming, but we didn't have it at the time. So we were looking for things that could take advantage of what we thought the engine could do. And the engine has, you know, surpassed what we thought we could do. It's amazing. So we're really able to take advantage of that, and the track will really show this stuff off.
So it's not just the new track that's getting the new engine treatment, it's also all the others, right?
Exactly. We are going back to all of the old tracks and adjusting them, adjusting the lighting, tweaking the materials. We're giving them that little bit of extra polish that the new engine allows us. Means that basically they will all get that little pop up in terms of visuals for sure, yeah.
When we were deciding what Asphalt Legends Unite needed to be, we were faced with the choice of continuing to support really old legacy devices or pushing the engine and going for newer things that would be greater or look amazing for the new consoles where we're now present, and just, you know, take advantage of what an engine upgrade should be. And so we made sure that the performance would still be there, so the game will still run as well, if not better, than it currently runs. And there's a very small subset of players that unfortunately will lose support, but they can continue to play with this cross-platform. They now can continue to play Asphalt with their previous priorities and continue to enjoy all the benefits of a new engine, basically. So it's not just a visual change that we've done, and it's not just all the new, you know, the new game modes and the new this and the new that. It's also, you know, there's a sound layer as well, the new soundtracks, so new music. So there's also been an entire rework on that front, which I think players will also really, really enjoy.
So we have new game engine, we have all these awesome new visuals, and now we have more game modes as well.
Right. One of the things we wanted to do with Asphalt Legends Unite is bring in new stuff, new game modes, something new for players to see and play, basically. And we introduced the cooperative mode, which makes a lot of sense now that we're cross-platform, right? It allows us to bring players together to play with friends as teams, regardless of where they're at. The cooperative mode is going to be basically the chase mode between security cars and syndicate cars.
So this is like the live stream that we did.
Yes, it was very much like the live stream that Admega did back in the day, in which we basically set up a private lobby in the same way we would do for our esports competitions, so that him and his subscribers could basically play and become these two different teams, the security cars and the syndicate cars. And seeing the community reaction to that kind of confirmed that this was a good idea and that this was something that we needed to do for Asphalt Legends Unite, especially now that we're going cross-platform. It just made sense to allow people to play in teams with their friends and racing for a common objective. So one of the things that we also wanted to do with Unite now that we're going cross-platform is we need to offer opportunities for players to play together, right? Not just the co-op mode, but also outside of the co-op mode, with friends, with other races in general. And so one of the things that we've done is we've opened up our private lobbies, which before we just had for esports, but now they're open to everybody. So basically players can come together to race on their own terms. So they choose the track, they choose the cars, they choose the mode. So basically they get to kind of tailor their own experience to whatever they want to do with their friends.
So Liz, we've already had a full-on view of what's coming, like the new features. We've gone through the new UI, the new garage, the new engine, the new track, the new game mode. But our players are really interested in what's coming for the first season of Asphalt Legends Unite. Can you give us a little tease?
Well, I suppose what everybody is waiting for is actually knowing what cars we have. And we have quite an epic lineup. So we will have Bugatti, we will have Ferrari, we will have Porsche, we will have Koenigsegg.
And we have a little surprise for our players as well, don't we?
Yes, I believe so.
So the other surprise we have is we also have the new exclusive trailer.
Oh, is that the surprise? I was like, well, that was totally teased.
Then let's have a look at, in exclusive, the new trailer for the first season of Asphalt Legends Unite. Enjoy.
Hey, somebody tell them that we're just getting started.
So Liz, we've finally seen all the flashy cars in action, but the players are probably dying to know what events we actually have to store with them for the first season of Asphalt Legends Unite. Can you give us a tease?
Well, I mean, the first big one, I'm sure you know what it is.
Drive Syndicate.
Oh yeah, so Drive Syndicate is coming, and this, update, we will have the Koenigsegg Just Go Absolute.
Absolutely.
And I definitely think the players have been waiting for it.
Oh,
so
they've been waiting for it since they've seen it, like in the other Asphalt games. It's been, the writing has been on the wall that it was coming, and it's finally dropping.
So we're really quite excited about it. And then we'll also be featuring the Porsche Mission R in the DS. So I think that's going to be quite a legit entry car and something for players to look forward to. And then what else? Well, the season will also have quite a few entry events for our new players joining from PS, PlayStation. And don't worry, it's not just for entry players. It will be for everybody. So entry players will be able to unlock and store up their cars, but our late game players will be able to gold. So hopefully. So every weekend we'll have some of these entry events, and it will run for the entire update, which is quite cool.
And it really makes Asphalt Legends Unite like the best starting point for everyone, even if you're like a veteran for the game or if you're just popping in your feet to try and see if you can race with some friends. But
I think so.
It's fully accessible.
I definitely think so. That's basically what we want to create with this update, which is it's an update for everybody, not just for our veterans, but for anybody who's starting from Garage Level 1 all the way to Infinity. That's quite exciting. And then what else? Well, as you know, every season we will have our special events. And here we'll have a bit of a mix. So we're going to be having our new car, which will be the Bugatti Pour Sport, featured in the SE. And then also we will have a bit of an early mid special event that is focused on our players to just have fun, play. So we'll be featuring some supports and then the flagship car for Unite, which will be the Lamborghini Countach LPI. So that'd be quite cool. Yeah.
And what kind of support cars are we throwing in?
That is TBC, to be confirmed.
I tried.
Yeah, exactly. That you have to wait a little bit longer and you have to see when you get there. But there will be multiple means to, let's say, source these cars during the season, so it'll be cool.
And do we have any like new event formats that we're working on? What are we doing with the co-op?
Well, we want to make the co-op accessible for all types of players, for both our veterans, making sure that we have high-ranked cars in co-op, and then also for our early game players who are just starting out and want to actually play as teams. So I think it'll be, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not really a competitive mode, so it's more to add a layer of reward while you're experiencing a whole new game mode.
Exactly. And, well, you get to see other players playing, work together, and get some rewards. So, yeah, excellente.
We have the coming up Formula E event as well.
Yes, exactly. So it will be part 3 of Formula E, which is quite cool. And for all the new starters coming to the game, they'll be able to unlock the car really easily. And for all the players who've been playing since the first iteration of the event, they'll basically get close to golding. So I think that's quite nice to have part of your collection. So that's quite cool. And then we'll be having a burst of speed for all our veterans, just to put the cherry on the top of the cake with the DS, the Drive Syndicates. So I think our players will be happy. And what else do we have? Well, something that I think players probably already know, it's also our 6th anniversary. So there'll be something, I think, fun and friendly for our players to come in and enjoy and celebrate with us this great expansion, and as well as our anniversary, our birthday.
But even if it's outside of the anniversary, we also have a little surprise for our players joining us in Asphalt Legends Unite.
Exactly. So everybody that logs in during the season, both, we'll have 2 seasons actually in Unite launch, will get something special for joining and playing and actually being part of this momentous occasion for Asphalt Legends Unite. So yeah.
Celebration for all.
Yeah, it's a party.
And we also have something very special for our more competitive players because the finals are coming as well. And it's going to be the first mobile cross-platform final. So we will finally be able to crown the Asphalt champion, not just the iOS champion or the Android champion, but this one will be finally crowned.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something awesome to pair with the Unite launch. And, well, it will definitely be a flexing opportunity for our players. So, yeah.
And as a surprise, the finals will be live on a stage at Gamescom.
It'll be cool.
It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
And as we know, Asphalt Legends Unite is really just the start for us because it's really opened up the doors with like new ideas that we want to work on and really want to bring to the table to our players. I just wish we could share a little bit more, but the one that is really important to the players, and we're already looking at multiplayer, aren't we?
Exactly. So we know that players have been waiting for us to touch multiplayer, boosting the rewards, changing the rewards, and we've heard you. It's definitely been a feat. So we are looking in the future updates to touch multiplayer awards. We're also looking to make progression not easier, but rather the motions not as bad, I suppose.
Like you feel like you're always going forward.
Exactly. And then we also want to see if we can give players more long-term progression goals in multiplayer. So let's say boosting the competitiveness and the reasons to flex in multiplayer. So yeah, it's going to be cool.
We'll hopefully be able to talk about more in depth soon later in the year, but it's a very exciting update.
Yeah, for sure. We are super excited and we really hope that the players like it. And if you don't, you can complain to Juan. No, I'm joking. Please cut that.
We're keeping that laugh in. Well, that's a wrap, folks. We've shown you everything that you can expect for Asphalt Legends Unite, including the new track, the new engine, the new game mode, and all the events coming on the first couple of seasons. So we thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great time, and we'll see you on July 17th, right on the track.